guys, how are you doing? Great today. This is Jerry. This is just the beginning. No, sorry, I'm just finishing up day 3 of this challenge. Actually, yesterday wasn't a very productive day. I just did a couple things. I had a meeting in the morning. We have a new lead. They're requesting a new mobile application for a sports club here in my city. So, yeah, it was pretty good so far. Let's see. I need to start working on that proposal. Fortunately, I've done this a couple of times before, so I think I get a pretty good grasp of what they need, and I think we can give them a great price in order for them to go ahead with the project. But today, I think I made a pretty good progress. I actually, one of the things I needed to do was to finish the development environment for the rest of the developers. You know, Angel and I are doing the front end in Flutterflow, but we have a couple of developers that are working on the back end, and I hadn't configured the back end for them. I'm gonna show you a little bit of things in order to I'm doing. So this is the platform that we've been working on. You've seen this before. This is Flutterflow. This works on the backend with Firebase. If you don't know what Firebase is, it's a service from Google that allows you to work pretty easily with several things like user management, storage, all these kind of things. Most of this is pre-built. So it connects natively with Flutterflow, which makes it very easy to make a quick prototype and start working on it and get feedback from your users pretty fast. But we're actually gonna use AWS Amplify, which is the Amazon Web Services response to Google's Firebase. Why are we doing this? Well, the main reason is that some of the incubators and accelerators that we've been through before, they've given us some free credits from AWS, Amazon Web Services. So we got a couple of free credits to use here, but it's pretty much the same thing. Like here, everything here it's like pre-built, and you don't have to code it from zero. You got the data administration, like you got the data modeling. I just created a couple of tables here of the database, linking, for example, organizations and projects. I just did it in order to have it just up and running for the developers to continue their work here. But yeah, the whole point is to have all the backend working from this service. This is called serverless, and what it does is actually it helps you a lot with the configuring of the infrastructure and the backend of the application you need. You can also get the authentication. You can configure the email login. You can configure a lot of other things. You can what kind of information are you requesting for the users, and another more some other logging mechanisms like phone number, Facebook, Google, Amazon, and sign in with Apple. All of these require additional steps. Like for example, for the Facebook, you need to configure an app from within the Meta for Developers application. This takes a lot more time, so we're not gonna have this at the launch of the product. This is important to take this kind of decisions because, well, the goal here is to have a working product in 30 days. It doesn't have to be a 100% with every bells and whistles working at the full, at 100%. So we're gonna choose to just start out with the email. And I was working as well on the, we're calling the trabajadores, which is workers, the area of the application that manages the different workers of the construction projects. I'm taking a lot of time here. More than I should. I really wanted to set up the search functionality. I think it is working, but I'm having a little bit of an issue because my system, when I run it in a test mode, you will see I have a test mode running, but it is not being shown correctly. Like, I already had this one. So for example, we had this example. I can go ahead and move, but as you can see, the text is not showing properly. and I cannot, work correctly in this stage. So I don't know if it's working or not. I don't know why I'm having this issue. It's been like this since we began the project. Angel doesn't have this issue, and I experienced it in many systems. I have, I'm working right now on a MacBook Air, but I also have a Windows PC, and in both of them I'm having the same problem. It happens both in the night mode, in day mode, in different operating systems. So I have no idea why this is working, but it doesn't allow me to test the application. It's not just work; it's not working at all. But Angel doesn't have this issue. I don't know what's happening, but I think I'm gonna have to request a customer support, a technical support ticket in order to have this fixed. And well, I've actually had as well to get some differences from our design. I know Valeria is not going to like this, but some of the things from our design will take a lot of time. So for example, I have this screen right here. I know it looks fine to me. It's different from the one on the Figma. I'm going to show you the one on Figma so you guys can take a look at what's the original screen. Just give me one moment. I have the Figma right here. Let's just search for it quickly. So these are the trabajadores and the nueva cuadrilla, which is new team, the trabajadores of workers, the new team of workers. So this is what it's supposed to look like. On the design, there's no request. There's no text field requesting the name of the team, only to choose the different workers that are going to be assigned to this team. And there's also no project selector, which is important because this cuadrilla or this team needs to be assigned to a project. So those are two things that are missing from the design. As you can see, this I think is very pretty, but to have a list like this takes more time. So I just went with the default searchable widget. So this is already pre-done. I think it gets the job done. I can select the different workers that are going to be assigned to this team, and I can do the same for the projects. I think this works just fine. These are the kinds of example. I'm just gonna type here example. This is the kind of decisions that you have to make in order to to fulfill a goal. For example, right now, I think this is going to work fine. Maybe in a second update, we can just do the same design as the one in the Figma. The goal here is to have, as I've been saying, the full a working prototype, right? To be able to test it as soon as possible with our different clients or leads, right? So that's been all weekend. Today's a Sunday, so I think I did it pretty well. I had a good sleep last night, and well, let's see tomorrow how it goes. See you guys later.
Hi guys, it's Monday morning. I think it's the fourth or fifth day of the challenge. Sadly, last Saturday I was busy on my other job. I had an emergency. And yesterday, Sunday, I had a family event. So I arrived to work late night yesterday, and I didn't want to wake up my girl, so I recorded, but I didn't talk. So I'm going to show you what I recorded, and I'm going to voice it over.
So I had to retake the work this late on a Sunday night because I was busy all weekend. I wanted to show you guys how the login page looks. The design is beautiful, and it takes us to the home page where we have the projects we have created, our list of projects, and it is well designed. This is the bottom where we create our new project. And now I'm going to show you how we have it on Flutterflow. As you can see, it is basic. It's all green with pre-made pages. It's important to have a product that is functional rather than be beautiful, so we can test the market as quick as possible and see if users are gonna pay for it. So I have been dealing with this problem 2 hours now because my partner made this joke and I want to correct this. He said that I was gay. All I had to do after 2 hours was to edit the text. The problem keeps showing up, but when I run the test, it works. I want to show you now that it is corrected. It says create project, and we can create project. We have now been working with these buttons. We need to check if they work. So let's create a trial, and here we create a trial. So how do we add an action to these buttons? We have an action section here in Flutterfly. When you tap the button, you can add an action like navigate to a page, erase something, connect to a database. In this case, we want to dismiss a bottom sheet. This widget is a bottom sheet, like the pop-up. So we dismiss it. We look for the bottom sheet, and we dismiss it.
I'm gonna head to the office now, but I wanted to talk about this like yesterday. I had an important family event, so I have no other option that work late at night. When we have this kind of challenges, we have two options. We put our family, our dear ones, aside for a little while, or we manage our time and work late night, or see where we get more time. This following month, I'm going to have important family events. I'm going to travel, and it's important to me because I see my parents 2 times a year, and this following month is going to be one of those times. So I can't put them aside. I can't put them aside. So I'm going to have to work late night. Even though we don't have events, we need to work late night sometimes. Sorry for my English. I'm not used to it, but yeah.